Fresh local produce is beginning to make its way into farmers markets, but for those who lack a wide vegetable vocabulary, our next guest has a new cookbook to help you out a little bit. The latest offering from Rose Murray is the A-Z Vegetable Cookbook, and we're so pleased to have Rose join us in the AM kitchen this morning. The mornings are always a lot brighter when you're here.
Oh, thank you.
It's so lovely to see you. So the focus this morning is on asparagus.
It is. That's really the first fresh vegetable we have out of the garden. Now, my husband goes out and picks fiddleheads before this.
I love fiddleheads.
But asparagus is the first one that you can sort of commercially buy. And I always go out to my favorite farm near Cambridge, to Tim Berry's, and he picks me the best asparagus.
And you put it to good use, Rose, because I'm looking at the soup over here, which looks amazing. And I was reading in your recipe book that you can serve it hot or cold.
That's right. That's right.
There's a lot of cream going on.
Not a lot.
Can we put a lot if we want a lot?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Or you could put all milk. There is a little bit of cream, but yeah, enough just to give it a more creaminess. But it's you can adjust that. You could put more broth in if you want.
The more cream, the better for me. I figure you go bigger.
Well, then you don't have to worry.
You go. Oh, I do. But you got to go bigger. You go home when it comes to cream soup. So tell me about preparing the asparagus for the soup and how to just you cut it up for the soup, right?
Yes, you cut it up, and what you do is put it in some broth. You cook it in broth, and you cook it with onions and some a little bit of celery, and then the rest of the asparagus. But when these have cooked, the tips cook much more quickly than the stalks. And that's why you have to stand them up when you cook them to make it.
Isn't that interesting? That's a good point.
So you throw the whole thing in the broth and let it cook. It's a little hard out, but you take the tips out when they're just about 2 or 3 minutes into it. Take them out for the garnish.
Okay.
Because they get too sort of.
And that's why they look so pretty there.
Yeah.
And then I just want to point this out here. You've got the asparagus spears laid out so nicely. What's on top? What have you garnished it with?
It was a lemon mustard sauce, and then so that's drizzled over, and that's made very quickly in a food processor or something, or blender.
But it looks grand.
And then I took a hard-cooked egg and took the white, chopped it up, and that's what's on top with a little bit of parsley.
So I've only left you about 2 minutes, but we're actually gonna make a little something here, right?
All right. This is a oven roasted asparagus with hazelnut dressing.
Oh, you had me at hazelnuts.
And the hazelnut, the reason I'm clutching this this little bag here, this is actually a clean tea towel, and inside are the hazelnuts. You roast them in a hot oven, and then you put them in a clean tea towel and shake off all the skins.
Okay.
And if they all don't come off, don't worry about it.
Okay. Right.
All right. I'm making a shallot hazelnut dressing. So shallots here, the shallots are very available. Yeah, I've diced them. I've roasted these guys, diced those, and then I have a little bit of olive oil. It's just a very simple dressing.
Yeah.
Very simple dressing. And red wine vinegar, and a little smidgen of mustard.
A little
Dijon
smidgen.
mustard. Just a little smidgen is all you need.
That's all you need when it comes to mustard.
So my book is kind of what I would like to say as the only vegetable book you'll ever need.
You know what? I went through it, and the recipes are so simple. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I do too. Now, I'm just going to get the asparagus.
You go get the asparagus. I'll continue to whip this up here for you.
Okay,
and try not to eat the hazelnuts.
Yeah, well, you could pick out a couple. No one
Okay, I'm picking out
ever
a
miss
couple.
them. Okay.
I'm picking out a couple because you said I could.
Right.
Okay, all right, okay.
Okay, so we're the asparagus. So you make the dressing while the asparagus is cooking, and then you put the asparagus on a warm platter. And so this is just actually a little tiny, simple sauce.
And you just put that on top.
Yeah, asparagus is so good by itself. You don't need to garnish it with too much.
Rose, thank you so much. It's great to have you here. Congrats on the cookbook.
Thank you. I'm very pleased with the way it's put together. Hard copy and all.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You will find all of Rose's asparagus recipes on our website, canadaam.ctvnews.ca.